Hello again, YouTube. This is Akoto Derek from ScreamingEagleAirsoft.com. What we're going to do is we're going to review some masks today. I brought out a selection of masks and some goggles, and just give you my opinion on. The next part of this review is the meat and potatoes of the review. This is the mask part of the review. I have some masks here that I wanted to review for you. Let me scoot up a little bit. Right now we have the Scott VECTRA mask. Okay, checking my prices. Scott VECTRA goes for $24.99. This is the Gen X Stealth Predator Skull. It's only $19.99. Okay, we'll get to that one in just a moment. And this one here is the WF Special Force Tactical, $23.99. Okay, so starting over here with this WF. This is my very first mask. Okay, this WF with a wire mesh. Okay, fogging has always been a very big concern for me, you know, and so I opted to go with a wire mesh because it'll never fog up, and the holes are so small that there's no way a BB can go through there. There's also never had a problem with people hitting me in the face, BBs exploding and fragments going into my mask. Never had that problem, but you know, people talk about it and they say, oh, that's gonna happen to me, I'm gonna go blind. Okay, it's never happened to me, but I cannot say with any 100% certainty that it couldn't happen. But most of the games that I go to, most people are very conscious about their guns. And because they're conscious about their guns, they're using high quality BBs. And because they're using high quality BBs, I guess I've been lucky, because when they've hit this mask, nothing's shattered, nothing's broken. I can see that might happen if you've got a fairly high powered gun and you're firing some really crappy BBs. And then in that case, those BBs might shatter. But all the games that I've been to, I have not seen one BB shatter. I've only seen BBs hitting my face. Okay, unfortunately. Okay, but putting this thing on, this thing is awesomely comfortable. The foam inside is very soft. It fits to my face very well. This little visor here, you know, shields a little bit of the sun. It's also, with the fact that it's a wire mesh and the holes are so small, it kind of gives me a sunglasses type effect. Every now and then I do have to inch it up because it does like to drip. It likes to slowly go down. So every now and then I've got to pull it up, or I have to put my strap just a little higher on my head, which is not that big of a deal. It's very comfortable. Okay, this is kind of a soft rubber. There is about a 2-inch gap between my bald head and the front of the wire mesh, but that's only because this mask and this mask have the exact same pattern. It's just the goggle piece of it is different. Okay, let's go to this one because I've stopped using this one. All right, back to this one. This is the clear plastic eye lens, and when I put this on my head, you know, it feels remarkably the same as this one. Actually, it feels a little bit better now that I put it on. One of the reasons why I wanted this mask was because I knew this visor was removable, and this is kind of a soft rubber on the sides, and I used a pair of scissors and I trimmed all that down and I peeled this piece off because it does just pop right off, you know. And I had a flat brim right here because I wanted to wear a steel pot with this. And even whenever I put a steel pot on this, it pushes this mask down on me, and that's why I've stopped using this mask. And it's probably, I'm not going to be able to use this mask because of the same reason. Now, if I was just wearing my balaclava, or if I had a baseball cap on, this mask here would be very awesome because it is comfortable, clear glass. I can see completely out to the sides, and looking at my hands right now. And it protects the jaw and the mouth and the nose and my cheeks, and my ears are completely covered 100%. I think it's an awesome mask. The only thing I'm worried about is this part of my head right here, which I could wear any kind of a boonie cap, baseball cap, whatever, and I'd be fine. I could probably even just wear my balaclava alone and be fine. Okay, taking this off. All right, my next mask is the Gen X Stealth Predator. When I first got this mask, I looked at it and I said, this mask is, you know, it's very nice. You can get replacement lenses for $8 on the website. And I said, this is a pretty nice mask. There's very huge lens. This mask is a fairly solid mask. The rubber, I should say, it's a hard plastic rubber. It's very inflexible. When I first got this mask, I thought this mask was going to be awesome, but there are a couple of things about this mask that bug me, and so I wanted to share these with you. First of all, I have this thing, the wire strap extended to its maximum, and with it extended to its maximum, it still feels extremely tight on my head, and that's with it extended to maximum. So if you've got a big head, maybe a little bit larger melon than I have, it's going to be hard to put this on. Also, with it on, it's pressing against my ears like madness. I guess it's because the strap just isn't big enough for me. I think that's why it's pressing against my ears. You can also see a larger percentage of my head because this visor is flush with the top of the goggles, and it doesn't stick up like some of these other goggles, you know, how they have this brim right here. This thing is flat. I'm going to get beamed right here, and it's going to hurt. So wear a helmet with this, or wear a hat or a boonie cap, please. This plastic is so hard that if you're trying to snipe or be good with your guns, this plastic's going to interfere with your sight picture. It's going to be like firing with a protective, like an old gas mask or something. You're going to have to tilt your gun or something and shoot it. Okay, that's one more thing. The rubber on the inside of the lens, okay, that goes for comfort, is actually like a rubberized rubber, very hard, very close cell foam. It is very inflexible, you know, and it's very narrow, very thin. It's not a broad piece of foam. It's a very thin piece of foam. It makes it almost uncomfortable. Combined with the tight strap and the foam, I'm having a hard time wearing this. Just being honest with you guys. If you ever get a scratch on your lens, you break it because you dropped it, you know, a tire iron on it or something like that, they're only $8 to replace the lens. They are already anti-fog treated, so it'll probably never fog on you. Also, when you wear this, there's almost a full 2-inch gap around your forehead to the brim. There's like a 2-inch or a 2-finger gap right through here all the way around. That's great for ventilation. And in addition, if you look on the mask, there is a lot of ventilation right there. That also helps for it not fogging up. Being as hard as it is, it won't lose its shape. It has good qualities, but personally I wouldn't wear this one. It's also only $19.99, so it is one of the cheaper masks. So if you're just trying to get into the sport and you need a mask quick or what have you, that might be the one you go with. Okay, we just got to the Scott. This mask's awesome. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's spend a little time on the Scott. First of all, it has a baseball cap like brim. When I wear this mask, you're gonna see, or you're not gonna see, much of my head. Okay, there's very little of my head here. If the BB does hit here, it's gonna deflect off of this and it's gone. I'm not gonna, I think that's awesome. It's ventilated so that air will get down into the goggle area. The goggles are only about 1 finger away from my skull, so it's a little bit less air circulation, but that's okay. I'm not looking for, you know, a ton of air circulation. Problem with this mask, it won't work with my steel pot. I can't put a steel pot on this mask and have it work. Now this visor will come off. I've tried. I've taken this, I mean, I have done it. Well, actually, it came with it off of it. I had to put it on. So with the visor not on and I put the steel pot on, it does take the mask and push it down on my nose. And this is a non-steel pot mask. Okay, it might work with the plastic M88 tactical helmets. I don't know, I don't have one of those personally. I might go get one off this shelf. Okay. This is kind of this is hard plastic, but because of the angle that it's cut, I find myself being able to shoot down my sights of my guns fairly easily. I just pulled a, can you see? I can see straight down the sight without too much effort. Bam, 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 bam. You know, everything's good. Okay. This mask is comfortable. This strap, it has a open cell foam. It's very wide. It's very soft. The strap, I only have it at about halfway. It can extend a lot further and it can tighten a lot further. So I would say that this is good for big or small heads. And it does cover the chin and jaw, the nose, the face. Scott has just released the new mask. This is the new mask with the new anti-fog lens. You know, that's awesome. If it does fog up though on me, I will use the anti-fog spray. Ears are protected right here. You don't have to worry about getting your ears stung. You don't have to worry about your face. I put my hands up in here. Last point, very important. This mask is made in the United States of America. The Scott VECTRA is $24.99. I hope you enjoyed these mask reviews. I know there's a lot more masks out there. This is a piece of the mask puzzle, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something, and I hope you pick one of these up from ScreamingEagleAirsoft.com. We will appreciate your business, and stay safe.